Hello YouTube, this is ST with ST's Silver Stacking. In this video, I am going to discuss why I do not mail order silver and raise some issues you may wish to consider when deciding to buy silver from a supply firm or buy silver locally. First of all, let's talk about buying mail order. Quality is usually not an issue. The reputable firms do well, have great reputations, and deliver what they say they will. Price. Usually, these firms are cheaper than what you can get locally. Service. If you go on the internet and read the reviews, these firms usually have great service. So, if I'm getting a good price, I'm getting good service, and I'm getting the right product, why wouldn't I buy that? Well, let me tell you the problem. The problem is you generate a paper trail for your holdings when you purchase online. For 20 years, I have been a tax accountant and a forensic accountant. In my role as a forensic accountant, I have been engaged by plaintiff attorneys to locate hidden assets when they are attempting to execute a judgment. When I go look for assets, the first thing I examine is the cash flows from third-party records, such as bank statements and credit card records. I look for any outflow that can indicate something exists. If I see one of these firms listed repetitively or for a large amount, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to put two and two together. This guy has been buying some precious metals. Now you might be thinking to yourself, I live a clean life. I'm not going to get sued. We live in a litigious society. I don't think anybody would dispute that. Sometimes it doesn't take being wrong to get sued. Social pressures, newsworthy items, particularly if you own a business, sometimes the accusation, even with no foundation of the truth, can sink you, especially when you're going in front of juries that are made up of ordinary people, and a lot of times, let's face it, not professional or qualified to render the opinion they're ruling on. I'm sorry if that offends people. That's true. So, a judgment is attained. Plaintiff attorney goes to execute the judgment. They retain some guy like me. If you've been buying online, chances are I'm going to find some way that you paid for it. Now, the argument is I could say I sold it. Okay, let's look at your Schedule D on your tax returns. Did you lie to the IRS or are you lying to the judge now? Now, first of all, I'm not telling anybody to lie. I am not suborning perjury. I am merely pointing out paper trails. If you were sued and there's a judgment, you have to do a financial declaration and so forth. I'm not suborning perjury. However, if you have a significant silver stack and I can prove it and you didn't disclose it, probably going to have problems. The other option is to buy locally. When you walk into a local dealer, you pay cash. I have never even received a receipt for the silver I have bought. I buy from 4 dealers locally. I usually get better prices than the average public because I buy consistently from them. None of the 4 know my name. None of the 4 has a record of how much I purchased. All purchases are in cash. Now, as a forensic accountant, one thing I can't do is track $100, $200 a week going out. Is that going for beer and cigarettes? Is that going for eating out at great restaurants? Or is that going for silver? I don't know. I can't prove it. There's no way to even begin proving cash going out. So, in later videos, I'm going to discuss dollar cost averaging and why you shouldn't buy large quantities of silver at one time. Number 2, in later videos, I'm going to discuss the need for securing financial assets outside the normal currency-based markets. One argument that I have heard is, why can't I put up cash? Well, you run into 2 risks for cash. One, the monetary system risk, and we'll get to that in another video. But 2, your guaranteed inflation will eat the cash you have put up. If you put up currency in significant forms, over time the buying power will diminish. That's a certainty. Silver provides a protection against inflation. That's important. Now, please understand this video, along with my other videos, are my opinion. Other people have opinions that differ from mine, and that's great. However, I can tell you, as a forensic accountant professional, you will generate a paper trail for the asset that you buy if you buy it online, because you've got to pay for it and you can't be paying in cash. And then if you go to other extremes, there's some people think that the government's going to come and confiscate your silver. Later video I will discuss why I don't think that's a big deal. They're going to take your retirement plan and dole it back to you on what they want you to have. It will cost too much and be too manpower intensive to go and round up the silver holdings. However, you sued, or this can happen. The IRS comes for you. Now, I'm speaking as a tax accountant. I've seen people make legitimate misinterpretations of the code in small business, particularly when it comes to, is this a contractor or is it an employee, and all financial assets seized because they deemed someone as a contractor that should have been an employee, and the back taxes, they pretty much wiped them out. They should have had some cash on hand. That's easier said than done. You got a wife, you got a couple of kids. It's easy for me to say, hey, you need to have $10,000 cash sitting there. Yeah, get real. But if they also, their retirement was pretty much wiped out over this and put the guy out of business, very sad situation. I've seen it on multiple occasions. I'm just thinking about one, but it's happened on other ones. All assets were seized, and this was not a guy playing fast and loose with the rules. Unfortunately, he came to me after the appeals process time period had elapsed, and his accountant that handled the initial audit was really, really bad and didn't understand the taxpayer rights, and it was a bad situation. But the IRS has guys point of the story, the IRS has guys, if they deem you owe a lot of money, they'll go in and comb through your stuff and look for hidden assets so they could collect. The IRS is very good about collecting. Now, I hinted at other videos coming. There are going to be several videos coming. Hopefully these are get more detailed. We're going to get deeper in the weeds, show you the intricacies of the economic forces as they impact the silver market. Please subscribe to my channel and enjoy the videos. In the future, I'm not trying to sell you anything. If you go out and you invest in silver, I don't make any more money. If you don't invest in silver, I don't. But entertain my ideas and expose yourself to ideas other than mine too. The next guy might have some valid points contrary to me. I'm ST with ST Silver Stacking. It has been a pleasure today. God bless. Have a good one.